Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Today, I get to experience something that I seldom get to enjoy. That is the peace and quiet of single life. Where I'm in a simulation right now where single life is being simulated for me at least for 2 or 3 hours because the kids are out of the house, as is my lovely wife. And as much as I love them, there is also something to be said for a moment of peace and comfort and quiet. So, we're going to be utilizing that by diving straight into RAGL playoffs. Season 16, there we go. We've got ourselves the first leg of the playoffs between Unano and Blackened. Both veteran players, both people who know where their rifleman button is and where the appropriate tank buttons are. The factions in question are going to be France and Ukraine respectively, paying massive respects to Ukraine, especially now in the face of the Ukrainian-US crisis that has been basically accompanied by a meltdown by a certain president. I'm not going to call any names here. You know, he rhymes with stump. And let's go. There is going to be a dog opener for Blackened, who can now inch his way forward, immediately losing it. Yeah, that's just as intended, just as God and Vladimir Ilyich intended. RIP. There is no God in communism, there is only Vladimir Ilyich. Oh, the firing squad, firing right back here, so it's actually a really good and tenable position for Unano. Jeez Louise! Blackened is feeding his rifles in one by one. That is not true to his nature. 1200 or 400, yikes. And what about the NG? NG got away scot-free, but he only managed to take one derrick and I was about to say community center, it's the communication center. Community center does make a little less sense. I don't know. Sounds like a commie idea to me. Engineer now being shepherded towards the comm center as well. So both players won't have to rye for map control this time around. We're gonna go back into the production tab because I really want to see what that looks like right now. So, what's been happening? Couple things as the war factories are coming online. Red and Blackened actually with a better timing, despite him having had spent the time to build a kennel as well. So, I did organize the language state competition. The English language state competition for Vorarlberg, which is basically the westernmost part of Austria. That was sort of a mid to high rank event, and it was really funny hosting it because I got to see performances from some of the best English speaking students out there, and one of them was a self-admitted troll. You know, he was one of those perpetually online guys. He's a really brilliant and smart guy, a really amazing speaker. However, this guy just uttered the most insane opinions, and he was later on, he told me down the line, yeah, I do not actually hold those opinions. I just like to troll people. And he did troll people during the state language competition. And boy, troll he did. So he started out, we had a panel discussion. We started out by this guy basically stating, oh, I love Xi Jinping, he's my great idol, he's my role model, and I'm of the opinion that human rights shouldn't apply to everyone. And I was just like, okay, so we've got ourselves a specialist here. And that turned the entire competition upside down. He did end up not winning, but I think it was, honestly, the jury were a bit biased against him at that point. Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious to have a real-life online troll. And you know, sometimes those people tend to hide behind a fake persona and internet, basically internet obscurity. But this guy was out there, putting himself out there in person. That was one of the most ballsy trolls I've seen in a while. Anyway, Unano only now building his service depot. He moved out with the Conyard because he didn't feel pressured enough. There is still light tanks though. So his tech is obviously very delayed. He did have a nice macro timing, however. So the light tanks have been spotted by the comm center almost immediately. Really, best they can do. Maybe they can intercept a flag truck. Hope is something. Well, it's worth a little at least. Yep, 600 credits down the drain for Unano, for Blackened. So the combat tab is looking real good at that point. And if you now draw the attention of the army, that honestly is going to favor Unano once more. Okay, he's gonna lose one tank. Fine. Fine. But he knows about the positioning of the army, and MCV is coming out now. Oh my goodness, if that gets intercepted. Wait, he can shoot from over there? That is hilarious. Okay, I actually love this. Nice. Oh god, if only he caught the MCV in transit. That would have been the perfect storm, the perfect concoction of cacophony of just terrible events. Right, mass barracks being added. 5th Allied barracks now on the way. The army positioning has been revealed, but there is a counter army out. Not that scary just yet, but more forces inbound. And as it stands, this harvester is most likely going to go down. Another tank soaking up the brunt of the damage. Very good positioning. What are those rifles doing, however? So, yeah, that is already some economical damage being sustained here by Blackened. Very good. Oh, moves back with the swag kill. Very nicely played from Unano. I think he's ahead in terms of the econ now as well. 6 of our 5 harvesters, and the combat tab is definitely speaking volumes. Pretty good. Pretty good early game thus far. Gotta commend the man. Early to mid, if we were. However, he's not out of the woodworks just yet. With all of that said and done, he has a 6k asset lead, which is quite impressive, but he can still fall foul of a push, such as could be the case here. Oh, heavies are being revealed. Unano, what are you doing? Don't bleed your army. Don't bleed forces from your army. He is converging. He's got the army superiority by a landslide. By a country mile and then some. Yeah. Blackened definitely under pressure to make something happen. Really good tank positioning as well here. Plus he's bringing the MCV. I just gotta say, the play from Unano has been absolutely masterclass this time around. This is gonna be another wipe. GG being called here. Rightfully so. There was basically no way he could have recovered after that. So the combat tab was actually fairly even. But econ also fairly even. I just think it was the asset lead at the end of the day, because he didn't bleed as many units. So yeah, really, really good game 1 here for Unano, taking the 1-0 lead against Blackened. Dare I say, unexpectedly so. So with that out of the way, 1-0, see you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alright, with game number 2, we're finding ourselves on Island Fight, which is a map that I honestly hadn't seen before. Reminds me of the 4-player map of, I think, the same name. No, I think I casted it once, but I had to reinstall it here, so I at least haven't casted it for a while, because I did a fresh, clean install a while ago, and it wasn't on there. So, something was awry. Okay, once more we're seeing Unano go for France, and Blackened has picked Russia this time around. Oh yeah. Vladimirovich is going to be so proud. Is there going to be naval combat? So, we've stated this dozens of times before, but to all the newcomers on the channel, all the 2 of you, welcome. But also, for newcomers, naval balance right now is a hot mess in OpenRA, and that's by virtue of naval balance being a mess in Command & Conquer Red Alert, the original. And that is not by the stats, but by design of the units. The problem is... Grenadiers! It was trying to kill the FCOM. That was a nice attempt. Because if you can manage to kill the FCOM, that means that the opponent doesn't get a free diamond expansion. And as we all know, diamonds are a girl's best friend. They're also a commando's best friend, at least in the early to mid game. For the ladies, it's only, you know, the late game, when you go for the actual... Ooh, force firing here, nice. when you go for the actual commitment of trying to put a ring on it. Okay, Unano, his units are being shaved off here. Anyway, back to naval balance. So the problem is destroyers. Destroyers, as much as you may nerf them, are always going to have the issue that they're good against armor, and they are naval to land-based combat units, which means that they can harass gem mines. So map balance, or the map layout doesn't really start factoring in there. And on the other side, you've got subs. It doesn't matter how good subs are at countering enemy naval units, and they are good, don't get me wrong. The problem is, you gain nothing from that in terms of resources, and what's the most important thing in a strategy game? Resources. In Warcraft 3, in Warcraft 2, sorry, this was remedied by the fact that oil mines were able to spawn on water. So naval units kind of had a purpose. In OpenRA, the Soviet naval units, or at least the subs, their only purpose is to deny the enemy access to the waters. And that doesn't help you, even if you win the fight against the destroyers and push them out, there's still going to be the issue that you're gonna have spent a lot of money in dead assets. So yeah, naval balance is by design flawed in OpenRA, and I honestly wouldn't know of a way to fix this. APC coming out for Blackened, who has had a much better early game this time around. Hasn't lost too much. He killed a little more, in fact. Triple rockets, let's see. Ooh, in comes the tank. Okay. Ooh, this could be brutal. If these go down, yikes. No crushes. The push is not to be had. So again, once again, a nice early game. Oh god, also Blackened rallied his Harvester to the middle. That is a rally point failure. He just corrected that. I saw that from the corner of my eyes. RIP. That one, not too great, honestly. Looking a bit bleak already. Alright, so that is a really good start here for Unano, or a really good recovery. Gem mines being now harvested. Should be for both players. Yes, indeed. Oh wow, in fact the one for Unano is almost sucked dry at that point. Okay, we are about to stabilize in this game. Are there any corner derricks? No, they're not. There are two derricks that are very interestingly placed because they are closer to your opponent's spawn. You can only access them via naval tiles. Oh god, Unano also going for the refinery. That is such great play from him. Gets a couple good squishes here. Oh, he could kill the FCOM. Oh, if only he knew. But that is a massive advantage now. That is a massive advantage for Unano. So, his econ is looking good. And Unano does have 6 Harvesters over the 5 from Blackened as well. Man, what an early game. And what a recovery as well. So the light tank play has definitely been paying big dividends this time round. He's only on 1 Rax, should think about adding some more. But honestly, Blackened is just firmly nestled into his own corner of the map. He's got 2 derricks, so he's got the slightest of econ advantages for now. But realistically, Unano should know about this. Yes, he does. He does see. If anything, his scouting has been a bit lackluster, but other than that, his play has just been impeccable. And the army should reflect that. Yeah. 11 over 8k. And what about production? Are we seeing any tech? No. We're just seeing more and more units being added on. This is the first time that Blackened dares venture out just a little bit. Okay, really just scouting. Just seeing that there is nothing out of the ordinary here. And the light tank is not drawing any attention from Blackened right now, which is he's trying to conceal his army. He's trying not to fall prey to a flank. Ooh, out comes the barracks. That is gonna be the Hail Mary. That is gonna be open season here. Bit of damage being sustained. Blackened is just waiting for the right time. He has basically not lost anything just yet. He has literally not lost anything except some health on the light tank. And shaving off a flame tower here, rocket soldier there, barracks there. That's already like 1200. A little more even. Oh, wow, yeah. Solid, solid find. All the units being rallied to the middle. Oh, is he overcommitting? Ah, he's intercepting the army. Okay, but Blackened has a compact formation. Okay, that is one tank dead already. And let's see, can he actually win the fight here? That is a good concave, but the frontlets are starting to dry up for both players. Really good tank movement from both. And the infantry corps both still stable, but at the end of the day, let's see whose infantry corps will last just a little extra bit longer. It is Unano coming out on top. That honestly was on knife's edge. That was really just down to those couple more rifles that he had saved up from the early game. By the way, hospital value would be great now. Look at the health on all those units. I mean, it's not like you can't really do anything with that, but man, in a different game, you know, in Warcraft 3, this would be game over. Man, he hasn't built another refinery here anymore. I think one of the reasons is actually that he doesn't have build space. He just fucked up his build space. Oh no. He would need to sell the flame towers in order to get some positioning on that. Man, that is Unano in a commanding lead, to be honest. The econ, yep, 5k lead for now. Oh, that's a wall of flame. Do you really want to commit into that? I'm not sure. No! No, bad! Really bad! Wait a second, is he throwing it away to just kill this wall of flame? I mean, he's doing some really nice kiting, don't get me wrong. But there is just more flame towers coming. This is really bad. This has been atrocious. He's gonna kill the FCOM eventually. But damn, did that cost him his entire army. Oh god. Is there gonna be a little rebound here? Let's see. Okay, he also sees that the gem mine has not been claimed. But now, thanks to this honestly pointless push, there is going to be an army superiority for the time being. I'm not sure if that was worth it at all. By which I mean it was certainly not worth it at all. Unano. You are in a commanding lead. He has teched as well. There are no flak trucks out here, so the Blackhawks could be used to either harass or pick rocket soldiers out of the army. Uh-oh. He doesn't have this one on the radar though, does he? Those little rocket rifle detachments are taking care of the oil derrick. Oh, that was close. That was closer than it looked. Had that MCV not deployed on time, there would have been a massive issue here. Yep. Once more, Blackened is forced to defend. And we're gonna probably start seeing the artilleries being brought into position. I think he sees the army though. Huh? Yep. Radar tech has been revealed, by the way. And Blackened can no longer flank as easily because Blackhawks are always there in the skies. Waiting in ambush. Lots of rocket soldiers though, so this army is scary. No two ways about it. Oh, some really good. Wow! Not worth it in the end, but he picked out so many rockets. Economically, that was not viable, not worth it. But in terms of just cutting down the size of the enemy army, it certainly was. Oh! Oh, the engineer! He quote-unquote only got a power plant. That was the best case scenario for Unano, really. That was lucky. Oh! There is now an MCV out. Okay, this time around it makes sense to attack into this wall of flame. Loses one tank for now, but that's completely fine. More flame towers just being sacrificed. It's a good AoE, but the MCV is gonna go down. Question is how much is he gonna lose for it. He also must commit for the ore refiner, which he's doing just nicely. Does he now fight? Does he fight? I'm not sure. I don't think he does. Realistically, there is army superiority once more for Blackened, who is gonna lose one more harvester here. Yep. 7 harvesters, down to 7 here. Oh, Tanya! Yes, that's the answer. Unless she gets sniped or unless she gets killed by the heavy tank. Tier 3 rush, basically. Oh, Tanya! With the defense. Holding the line for so long, she's dead now, but I think she's inflicted enough critical damage. I think this can be held. There's still a wave of Soviet steel. Don't get me wrong, and these units are not contributing in the slightest. Is it too much? Is it too much? Tanya almost out now. Wait, did he cancel her? Did he cancel Tanya? Not like this, and now the tech center is down. So there is no more chance at Tanya re-emerging from the racks. That was a critical mistake. That was absolutely critical. Tanya, she could have been there. She was on the build queue. He straight up cancelled her. What? He got a spy in apparently because there is veterancy on those units, but that doesn't help you if your entire base is being dismantled. Unano with the throw of the century in this series. Good lord. Yeah, I think that's game. God, don't send in your rockets like this. GG. Man, Unano, you had the keys to the kingdom. What did you do with them? Just took them, tossed them into the garbage bin. Straight up. Alright. That is going to be the 1-1 equalizer. And with that, we're going to go into game number 3. This is a series. Be right back.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alright, game number 3. I don't know if you've noticed it, but posture check. I'm now at the edge of my screen. And damn son, this series has so far delivered real hard. So, what are we going to be expecting here? A Russia mirror. So it's, I don't know, Chechnya versus the rest of the Federation? Kappa. Let's not throw Kadyrov too much of a bone here. Let's not give him too much credit. Alright, so we are going to have Unano starting out with the engineer, and Blackened, I think, just went mass rifles first. No, wait, no. Nonsense. They're completely on even footing in terms of the timings, and the map here is asymmetric, or mini asymmetric battle. That is apparently a remake, or a 1v1 remake of the classic asymmetric battle, which is, as far as I remember, a 6-player map. Used to be before I played competitively, and that was ages ago, maybe in 2013-14. I used to play lots of 3v3 matches on Chaos Ridges and Asymmetric Battle. Those were the two go-to maps. And I would always, just team up with some of the cream de la crop. Oh, it's good times when I still had time for gaming. Power gaming. Oh, the engineer is gonna get shaved off, right? No. This is so close. Too close for comfort. Mass rifles out. Oh, the dog hasn't really accomplished anything, but at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be enough. Yeah. Abandoned ship. Buddy. Oof. That has been a bit of a wild one. Oh, that's the dog dead. And with a line of sight disadvantage, good lord, why is the engineer so brave? Okay, bait them into the barrels. This is a game of inches here. Oh, engineer. He always has line of sight advantage. He knows that that they're coming. Doesn't know where from though. Yeah, that is the rifle down. With that, he must abandon his position, and that is a slight advantage here. Oh, however, okay. Oh, that is an engineer down for Blackened, isn't it? 1200 each. Yes, indeed. He somehow lost one of his lost his engine. Damn son. Okay. It's actually, the weather is not that warm. It's got 0 degrees, but I'm sweating right now because the fans in here. But I did just open the window, and B, it is just, a bit of a competitive series here. We are gonna find ourselves another sniped NG. What about the other side of the map? Blackened, oh god. If he gets this NG sniped here as well, he's gonna be well and truly behind. Unano, Nano. Infantry goose stepping their way forward. And Unano has not lost a single engineer. The rifle infantry from Unano are pressuring down. Well, Derek, I honestly gotta say I'm super, super impressed with the play, the level of play that Unano has been exhibiting thus far. Also, I love his color scheme. This is a, colorblind, oh, we'll pause here. Colorblind person's dream color scheme. Okay, Blackened, what's that about? Peripheral issues or something? We're gonna speed through this. Caution got more ice cream. Oh, they got live streamed by Caution as well. So check out Caution's channel if you haven't yet. But then again, if you're in the OpenRA community, he's the much more active caster nowadays. I only get time for like maybe 1 or 2 matches a week, and this is mine. Oh, but something I wanted to announce is that people have asked me whether I could play and comment on the campaign of Combined Arms, which I probably will do at some point in the future. And one more thing is, wait a sec, we're gonna speed through this a little more. Put the kettle on. Molly put the kettle on, we're all having tea. The other thing is, if you have any Combined Arms replays, please send them to me. I want to cast Combined Arms after that first match that was at least interesting. I want to see what this mod is all about. I know the outline. I know that it basically features every single faction from every single Command & Conquer ever. Ready? Okay. We should be good to go now. On the edge of our seat. Let's speed through this up. Okay, there we go. Haven't lost too much time here. Just a little bit of mining time that got speed run. Right, we're gonna check the econ. Oh wow, that's an early Radadome for Unano. Super early. As the Soviets, I generally like this. It's not that good on an open map. The problem is V2s are amazing, really good at hit and run. They are not very good at covering large open flanks. And this is something that this map has in abundance, so I'm not entirely certain. You'd have to couple this with locking down the middle with a Conyard, but that is too expensive to do that and the tech rush and then also keep your economy stable. So I really don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, no way. No way! This is gonna be the legendary Shock Trooper rush with APCs to boot? Oh my goodness, the mobile flagball is coming as well. It is happening. But he's going for a service depot as well. If you do this, I feel your only economically viable option is moving your original MCV out. Because then you don't really have to expend as much. Good grief! But there is already a power push out from Blackened. It hasn't yet been revealed that there is tech. But he's probably standing to lose his War Factory. That is gonna be a yikers for me. War Factory not being sold. Okay, he's trying to make it as expensive as possible. Cutting off the escape routes. Good grief. Okay, APC's going in. I don't know what that is. That is a really bad angle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna spell trouble here. Okay, down go the front lines, so it's only quote-unquote a loose pack of infantry roaming around here. But Tesla tech should have been revealed by a matter of inference. Because you know your opponent has gone for a Tesla coil, and has gone for lots of power plants, and he has a Radadome too. So do the math. Do the math and you see that doesn't check out for a normal build. That is certainly a tech rush indeed. He's going... Yeah, he doesn't have a War Factory anymore. So against the tech rush, two options. You either just litter the entire map with bases and just try to strangle the opponent economically, or you put on the pressure. And Blackened is choosing violence for the time being. He's choosing option B. Oh no! That is your entire rocket squad fired down just before it was able to do anything useful. And not a single Shocky has come out yet. GG! Oh man, what an unfortunate timing. This was such a great series, and now the finale a little underwhelming, I'll have to say. So, cool idea, but it got caught He got caught with his pants down, masturbating basically. Alright, that was a super amazing series, except, you know, the finale was a bit weak. But hey, here we are. Thank you guys and girls for watching. That is going to be a 2-1 for Blackened. This means he's going to advance into the second leg of the playoffs, second round of the playoffs, whereas the second leg is yet to be played. So I'm looking forward to casting this one as well. Until then, until further notice, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.